Hey guys, what is up? It is Destiny and I am here again with another video. So for this video, I am going to be talking about 5 ways you can increase your chances of getting into sonography school. And if you're new to my channel, I am in college and I go to school for sonography, which is ultrasound. So yeah, if you would like to find out 5 ways you can increase your chances of getting accepted in sonography school, stay tuned. The first way that you can increase your chances of getting into sonography school is to apply early. Usually applying early can really increase your chances because you would be one of the first applications that will be sent to like the school, the program director, whoever it may be. So, they see that name first. So not wait until the last minute to submit your application is a good way to increase your chances. Make sure you get everything done, PreRecs, recommendations, whatever you need to do so you can get accepted into the program. I know with my program, when did I submit my stuff? I submitted my application like a couple weeks before it was due. I think my application was due on February 1st and I had submitted it like mid-January. Like I had got all my recommendations, transcripts and everything was sent off. So just make sure that you try to get your application submitted early as possible, because with you getting your application submitted early, that name that's on the application, that's one of the first names they're going to see. So keep that in mind. A second way that you can increase your chances of getting into sonography school is to get ahead in your classes. Like, I cannot stress this enough, because I don't know how it is for other sonography programs, but I know at least from my sonography program, I was able to get ahead on some of my courses that I was supposed to take once I got into sonography school. I took those classes already, so I already had that done, and my application process was based on a point system. You got points for taking certain classes. So I know, so I just finished my first semester of sonography school. Whoop whoop. I know my first semester I had to take, well, in the curriculum, first semester I had to take midterm statistics and some writing class, and I had took those already prior to me even getting accepted into my program. So if you get ahead on your classes, depending on how the application process works at your school, getting ahead in those classes can really make your application stand out and can increase your chances of getting accepted into a sonography program. A third way that you can increase your chances of getting into sonography school is actually having a degree already. I know a lot of sonography programs are through community colleges and like that, and some people, they graduate from a university, do what they want to do, and then figure out this is not something they want to do, and they end up going back to school. So I know having either an associate's or a bachelor degree can already increase your chances of getting into sonography school. It doesn't even have to be like medical related or anything like that, but if your background is medical related, saying you were a nurse or you were a surgical technician, though having that type of background can really increase your chances of getting in, because since you already have that medical background, the transition from saying you're a nurse and want to go to as a sonographer is going to be way easier, because you already know the hospital and everything, working with patients, so they see that you have that background, and that's going to make you a good candidate in the program. Also, like I said, it doesn't even have to be like a medical degree that you have, like a nursing, whatever. I know you could be a psychology major and decide you want to go back to school for sonography. So having already a higher education background is already going to increase your chances. I know for one of the programs that I was looking into but didn't apply to, you got extra points for having an associate's or a bachelor's degree already. So that is one thing that can also increase your chances of getting into sonography school, is having that extra continuing education background. A fourth way that you can increase your chances of getting into sonography school is emailing the program director. Like, I did this a lot when I was trying to apply. I remember when I had got my interview, I was talking to my program director, like asking her, yeah, like this time will work for me, when it's a good time for me to come in and everything like that. And with COVID and everything, y'all, my interview, it was so stressful. Oh my gosh, because I was in the middle of my spring semester, and that's when I had my interview. And COVID had shut down. COVID, literally, we were in quarantine. Prior to even me going to do the interview, my interview was an hour and a half away from where I lived at. And then because I had to go to the interview, like I had to literally drive an hour and a half to go to my interview for this sonography program. And with COVID ruined everything, and I was really stressing, and I was like emailing the program director like, yeah, with COVID, am I still having my interview? Like, how is this going to work? But long story short, I ended up having my interview through Zoom, which was great because I didn't have to drive an hour and a half for the interview. But with that being said, the way to increase your chances of getting into sonography school is to be worrisome, ask questions, call the people, ask them, even if it's a simple question like, hi, my name is Destiny. I am a prospective student for the sonography program. I was wondering, what do I need to do to apply? What classes are required? How many recommendations do I need? Etc. You asking those questions and introducing yourself, that's going to make your application stand out and increase your chances of getting into sonography school, because those people, they're going to know your name. They're going to see your application and be like, oh, Destiny, yes, I remember her calling a couple of times. They're going to remember you. So be worrisome. There's nothing wrong with it. Even though it may seem that something is wrong with being worrisome, it's not, because in the end, you being worrisome is going to increase your chances of getting into sonography school. And the fifth and final tip that I have for increasing your chances of getting into sonography school is to get all A's in your prereqs. Y'all, I'm gonna be completely honest. For my prereqs, I did not get all A's in them. I got all A's except in my prereqs except for 3 of my classes, and those were physics and anatomy. Sonography deals a lot with physics and anatomy, and you know, them science classes, they are not the easiest, but you know, if you want to be a sonographer, you got to push through. But y'all, try to get all A's in your prereqs. I cannot stress this enough. Like, especially those classes that, like, not those major classes like anatomy and physics, like maybe like a math class, a writing class. Try to definitely get A's in those classes, because if you get A's in those easier classes, that's kind of going to serve as kind of like a buffer if you don't do so well on your physics and anatomy. I don't know how all sonography programs will work, but I know mine was on a point system. You got points if you got an A or a B or a C. Also, like, try not to get C's if you can help it. I know I got a C in anatomy part 1, which was terrible, but just make sure you study in anatomy and physics, all those actually any class you need. Sorry, my video got cut off, but make sure you get A's in all your prereqs, because that's really going to make your application stand out. So saying you got a all A's 4.0 in prereqs, you should be good to go. And even though sonography programs are very, very, very competitive, just be confident. Just be confident. I know that's what I had to do, because I was so nervous, because, you know, other, you know, sonography programs or any type of medical program, they look, I know at least for the one I was applying to, they look for people who already go to that school. And I didn't go to that school when I was applying. I was at a different university a year ago this time. And it's just like, it was so nerve-wracking, because it's just like, I want this, even though I might not have the grades that y'all looking for, or I might not go to this institution. I have the potential to succeed in this program and be a graduate of this program and be a representation of this school for the sonography program. So just make sure you remain confident. Like, I'm telling you guys, if you have the heart and passion, you can get an A in your prereqs. That anatomy and physics, you can get an A in it. You just got to put your all into it and be like, look, I can do this. I just got to focus, remain strong, and I can do it. So I really hope you guys enjoyed those 5 ways that you can increase your chances of getting into sonography school. If you're watching this video and you are in the process of applying to sonography school, I really wish you the best. I know you can do it. You know, do what you got to do to make your application stand out, and I have faith in you. So with that being said, y'all, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and I'll be back with another video very soon. Bye, y'all.